The health and safety of our residents and the protection of Hawaii's drinking water are my top priorities.
Governor David Ige putting the Navy on notice over the situation at Red Hill. The State Department of Health issuing an emergency order for the Navy to suspend operations and have 30 days to come up with a plan to make changes before having to defuel the tanks. It's still unclear in the Navy which controls the tanks. Whether the Navy will listen to the state government, but the governor says he has talked to the Navy about the new order directly with the Secretary of the Navy.
Talked about the need to protect the public health. And certainly he expressed his commitment that the Navy would be taking appropriate action, that they have not been able to operate the facility in a way that they should be.
Once a plan is made, the Department of Health would then review and implement it. So far, the Navy has not committed to shutting down the tanks entirely.
The Navy confirmed today that it suspended fuel transfer operations at its Red Hill facility. It did so back on November 27th when residents first identified a fuel-like smell in their tap water.
Despite the governor's order to suspend operations, KITV4's Nicole Tam found out the Navy's response to close the facility completely is still under consideration.
Navy Secretary Carlos Del Toro apologized several times Monday afternoon to the families impacted by the contaminated water in the Navy system near Pearl Harbor. He says he's only been on the job for 16 weeks, but he's considering all solutions and is committed to fix the problem. The Navy Secretary and Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Michael Gilday say they're focused on achieving 3 priorities. The first, take care of the people affected by providing water, food, alternative housing, and medical care if necessary. The second, restore water service.
Getting it right is more important than doing it fast, because what we don't want to do is to move people back into their homes, to restore service prematurely before we have the utmost confidence in that system.
The third, developing a long-term solution.
You know that this is not a get it done before Christmas of 2021 effort. This is a long-term effort that we need to get right.
Secretary Del Toro says he'll decide whether or not to shut down the facility within the next 48 hours after meeting with more lawmakers and community members.
We look at all options, and all options are on the table, certainly, but we're looking at some very serious options here in the very near future before I depart the island of Oahu.
The Navy admitted hydrocarbons were identified in groundwater around the Red Hill shaft over a 2-week period between June and August and notified the Department of Health immediately.
Why was the public not informed in that period about that elevated hydrocarbon level?
Those elevated hydrocarbons were not in the water in the aquifer that was being pumped. That was in the monitor wells, which are measuring the groundwater in the vicinity of the Red Hill complex.
As the Navy continues to investigate how and where the water contamination began, they hope to also rebuild trust with the concerned community, and that will take some time. Nicole Tam, KITV4 Island News.